It's Thursday, August 2nd. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. It's taken me a little while to do the video today. This has been, honestly, one of those days. It seems like whatever could go wrong has gone wrong. My sewer backed up, so many things. And it's been one of those days, but it started out with some really painful stuff. And, I had another podcast that I was going to do today, and I thought, these are the kind of days that I need to be transparent and honest with you, because you have the same kinds of days that I do. And this is one of those. This is one of those days, honestly, when I find it a little more difficult to be positive. You know what I'm saying? It started this morning with opening up some of my mail, reading some comments, actually comment on YouTube, a comment on Facebook, both that I deleted, accusing me of horrendous things. And, there are still people out there that like to spread gossip and rumors, and it's been happening for so many years. And, I'm one of those people that's, I guess, a little thin-skinned, we say. I can get 99 people that say, Pastor Bob, you're doing a good job. And then I get somebody that accuses me of something so horrendous, so opposite of what I am and what I've done, that's what I remember. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems, it's unfair, but it hurts. And, for so many years I've tried to learn how to deal with that kind of pain, because it does hurt. And, one of the topics that I'd really like to speak about today is this whole idea of bullying on Facebook and YouTube and social media. There are some people that sit in their homes, nobody else around, and they feel like they can just blast anybody that they want to and say horrible things. There are some people that post on whatever I put up, and I know that if I'm going to read one of their posts, it's going to be negative. I know it is. I know there's some people that join a conversation just to fight. And I don't know what they feel like they have to prove, and I'm not sure exactly what goes on with those people, but I try to remember that these are unhappy people that are probably frustrated. Some of the people that are very religious and, need a little more love from the Lord. And, it just takes all kinds of people. I think I've only blocked 2 people out of, 11, 12,000 people that I have on Facebook. I've considered more, honestly. I like to keep a free forum going. Today I actually blocked somebody on YouTube, and I felt like I really had to. I hate doing that because, I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's just how they express the opinion sometimes that gets a little frustrating. And sometimes we block people for no reason. We don't like the way they live their lives. We just kind of cut them off, and we can be real judgmental. I don't want to be one of those. I just don't want it to hurt other people. And, sometimes it comes close to that, and there may be a few more that I'll need to in the future. But let's come down to this. What do you do when people bully you, when people say things that aren't true about you? And, I know all the answers. People say, well, you should just feel good that you've been deemed worthy to be persecuted for the Lord. And, that's not exactly right. People are persecuted for all kinds of things, and I think that's kind of a cop-out. And then people say, well, you know the truth, so just don't believe anything they have to say. That's easier said than done, isn't it? That's hard. So what do you do? Well, I'll tell you my process. I spend a day with it. I don't get through it right away. It hurts. It really does hurt. And I'm not saying this so that you'll write a bunch of mail and say, Pastor Bob, I love you, I support you. Please don't write those, because it's really not why I'm doing this podcast. I'm not doing it for affirmation from other people. I'm just doing it because I want to be transparent with this process while I'm in the middle of it. Throughout this day, I'm going to remember that I'm on a mission from God, that God asked me to do something. I'm also going to remember that it's not always easy, and it's never been easy, ever been easy. I'm also going to remember that people have some problems. And sometimes when they lash out at me, it's really not as personal as I might think it is. They have other problems too. And I know that some people have walked with the Lord at one time and fallen away. And they lash out at me because they think that I messed them up for a while and because they believed the faith. And I'm not responsible for them in actually trying to give them some truth. Maybe they'll listen to this and understand that, it hurts me that they've fallen away, especially those who were good friends. But what it comes down to, folks, is, who does God say I am? And what does He say I ought to do about this? And, He tells me to mourn. He tells me to mourn with those who are mourning, to feel for those that are frustrated. And, that's what I need to do. And when I first read those kinds of messages, my first thing is anger, honestly. I feel bad. I feel almost a sense of loss. You know what I'm saying? But through the day, I'll remind myself that this is a person that needs Christ's love. And usually by the end of the day, I'm ready to pray for them. But it doesn't happen right away. And so I guess I want to tell you that this kind of thing is a process. And there are internet bullies, and you've probably been at the receiving end of one or two of them at least, I'm sure. And when it happens, would you remember with me as I remind myself that those are people that need love and understanding as well? And it's a deeper issue than just what they're saying to you. Now, this has only been 7 minutes. I'm a little over. And I could really spend, 2 hours on it and not even do it justice. But I just wanted to talk to you while I'm processing this today. And tomorrow, maybe let's talk about part 2 and processing. God bless you. Have a good day.